In a shocking display of anti-British sentiment, 12-year-old Courtney Wright, a straight-A student at Bilton School, was humiliated and removed from class for daring to wear a Union Jack dress during the school's so-called Culture Celebration Day. The event, meant to encourage students to embrace their heritage, turned into a travesty when teachers deemed Courtney's patriotic attire unacceptable, isolating her in the school's reception area until her father, Stuart Field, was forced to collect her. This appalling incident has ignited a firestorm of outrage, exposing the growing hostility toward British pride in our institutions. Courtney, described by her father as a bright and proud Brit, arrived at school in a Spice Girls-inspired Union Jack dress, ready to deliver a speech celebrating British culture, highlighting icons like William Shakespeare, the royal family, and even fish and chips. Yet, instead of applause, she faced punishment. She was embarrassed and humiliated, Stuart Field told reporters, noting that other students, including those wearing St George's or Welsh flags, were also disciplined.
Now, let's talk about, talking of kids, 12-year-old girl was put into isolation. This for wearing a Union flag dress to her school's Culture Day. This is according to her dad, Stuart Field.
Yeah, no such thing as British culture, apparently. So straight-A student Courtney Wright wore the Spice Girls-esque dress. You can see it on screen there. And she wrote a piece about British history and traditions as part of the celebrations at her school on Friday.
And then the teachers told her the dress was unacceptable. She was taken out of lessons and made to sit in reception until her father had to come from work and pick her up. Right, what has happened here that you can't celebrate British culture? And why does it matter? You know, let me tell you what she said. So she had to write a little speech and she said, I want to talk about my culture and why it's important to me. In Britain, we have lots of traditions, including drinking tea, our love for talking about the weather, and we have the royal family. We have amazing history like kings and queens, castles, and writers like Shakespeare. It's also, she said, modern, diverse, and always changing with music, fashion, and food from all around the world, blending into daily life. And let's not forget fish and chips.
For Culture Day, I decided to wear my Union Jack dress to represent the music and the nationality where I come from. It made me feel proud, it made me feel confident. All my friends were saying, oh my God, what a great dress. I walked in and my teacher was like, oh, is that like ginger spice? I was like, yeah. It felt normal, I felt proud, yeah. The first teacher I saw, she straight away just took me to go get changed. She didn't want to hear about my dress or see it. She just straight away wanted to get changed and not be in it. Another teacher tried to stop me and said that you can't be in that, it's your nationality and not your culture. And some other girl who was wearing her family tradition, like rugby top, got told to change as well. They asked me to come with them and to change into a second-hand school uniform. And then they said that I didn't sign a form when the head of year did ring my mum and she said she did sign it, yet they still didn't want me to wear it.
I would have thought that on a day celebrating cultural diversity, one of the cultures one would definitely want to celebrate in a diverse country would be British culture, which is the dominant culture of our land. So what did the teachers say was wrong about her outfit?
They didn't really give me an answer as to what was wrong with the outfit. They pretty much sort of diverted me straight to we need to speak to somebody else who's better qualified to deal with this when I was answering the question, which is give me a reason why my daughter's sat in isolation on a cultural diversity day wearing a Union Jack dress. I couldn't get my head around the reasoning behind it. I don't think the school were prepared for it. I pretty much took her out of there pretty quick and said, you know, this is to be continued and we will take it further.